Hey everyone, Reid Henrichs with Valor Ridge. In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace some worn out gas rings on your AR-15. Let's go ahead and get started. Folks, the gas rings on your AR-15 on the bolt are very important. They're important for functional reliability on your rifle. If you're experiencing a lot of stovepipes, some failure to extracts, if your bolt is short stroking, it's not going fully into battery when you fire, gas rings may be an issue. I replace mine every 6,000 to 8,000 rounds, certainly never more than 10,000 rounds. But I'm going to show you how you can tell if your gas rings are worn and when you need to replace them. This is an easy thing to do. They're readily available. You can get them at basically any online store that sells replacement parts for your AR-15. I like to use the factory ones that they send with the rifle, or Colt, which is a good go-to for replacement parts for the rifle. So let me show you how you can tell if they're worn out or not. All right, folks, this is for my bolt over here. You see me shoot this rifle a lot, this one right here. You see me shoot this one in a lot of videos. This is my training and my practice rifle, and you also notice that it's almost identical to what my go-to rifle is. I like to keep things as similar as possible. This bolt here, this one is fairly new bolt, so when I set it down just like this, you're going to notice that, notice how the bolt will move back and forth. Pull the bolt all the way out like this and set it down. If it stays up on its own pressure, that means the gas rings are still good to go. Now let me show you off of a worn set, which is the one I'm replacing today. This is out of a rifle that I've shot quite a bit, so it's time. Notice this bolt right here. Okay, once again, pull the bolt out all the way and set it down like so. You notice right away that it collapses. It collapses under its own weight. I didn't push. All I did was set the bolt down like so and then let it free fall on its own. So these gas rings need to be replaced. They need to be replaced pretty desperately, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bolt apart like I normally do when I clean it, and I'm going to make sure that you all see what's going on here. Put all your parts together. That's an important thing to do. All right, so gas rings are right here, and as you can see, what you can use is a little dental pick, and that's one of my favorite things to use when we're doing this. What I'll do is I take that dental pick and put it in there, and what you can do is just bend it out, and these rings will pop right off. So you'll have 3 of them, and each one will have a slot. So try to get in there with that dental pick and bend them up like so, and then they'll pull right out of there. So that's the first one right here. That's worn out. We'll put it in the worn out pile. And you got another one here, so get that dental pick going and just pull that right out of there, and it'll pull right off just like that. And we got one more to go, and then this one should just come right off just like that. So just pull these off, keep them in the worn out pile, because we're not going to be able to use them anymore. These are worn out. Now what I do is I buy them, and I'll buy them usually 10, 20, 30 at a time. These are brand new ones. These are brand new Colt gas rings. I use Colt gas rings. I mean, you can use any of them. They're all pretty much the same. So we'll need 3. So I got 1, 2, and 3 gas rings right there. And we're going to put these on the same way that we took them off. All right, so take them just like so. You got to be careful. You don't want to bend them too much when you put these on there. So put them on carefully. We don't want to bend them too far when we put them back on. Just use that little dental pick and slowly, there's no rush here, put the gas rings back on the bolt. And this is important, folks, for the function of your rifle. Having a good set of gas rings. You may not even need the dental pick to put them on, but you may also. Just depends. Slightly bend it. We don't want to bend it too much at all. We want to make sure that we're keeping the rings straight like they came from the factory. Just take that dental pick, slowly bend them down over that so that they fit inside there. There's 2, and I've got 1 more to go. Same thing, slide it over. You can use that dental pick to bend it over the curved part of the bolt stem, and then just slide it down in nice and easy. Well, there you are. And what I like to do, folks, is I like to make sure that my rings are staggered. So what you're gonna see the little gas slots in there. It really doesn't matter. It's just from the Marine Corps I made sure that I staggered my little slots in there so that they're never lined up with one another. The rifle will still function. It's just an old Marine thing. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the bolt back in. I can immediately tell that there's much more resistance than before, so that's good. I'm gonna put our bolt back together and we're gonna test this, make sure it's good. You can make that firing pin push it all the way down, folks, or it won't capture. And what I like to do to test this, pop it, flip it, pop it, flip it. Now, let's test this and see if it will stay up. There you have it. That's how you replace your gas rings. And we'll function check our rifle, of course. Let's put that rifle back together again. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna charge it, put it on safe, attempt to fire. It should not fire. Put it on fire, press and hold, charge, reset, press again, charge it, reset, put it on safe, close the ejection port cover, and your rifle works. Well, there you have it, everybody. Quick and simple video on how to keep your rifle in tip-top shape. As I said, you want to change these out every 6,000 to 8,000 rounds, but a good test is the one I showed you with that stem test. It should stay up on its own. If it doesn't, or if it slowly moves back down, you may want to think about replacing your gas rings. They're cheap, easy to replace. If I can do it, anybody can do it out there. So if you found the information in the video helpful, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to learn to get some training on your rifle, come on out to Valor Ridge and we can help you do just that. This is Reid Henrichs of Valor Ridge reminding you, the lessons that we learn are written on the tombstones of others. We'll see you on the ridge.